Mr. Jeff, how you doing? Welcome back to Kiel. Everything good?
Hey, Robert. Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Jeff, they say don't mess with Texas. Well, I say Texas don't mess with us. They're messing with us. What's going on with the Governor Abbott's rule about Louisiana residents can't come over there? Can you clarify it? Is it legal?
Yeah, look. Here's the thing. People have to realize in times of these types of crises, basically the government works bottom up rather than top down. So, in other words, the mayor of the city actually can have more control or power inside of their jurisdiction than basically even the governor or the parish commission. Of course, the parish has their domain, and then the governor, and so it goes on and on. That's how it works in our democracy. Yeah, look, in these types of public health care crises, he could restrict access along the border between Louisiana and Texas, to a certain degree. He can't, shutting off complete, trade or the ability for our supply chain to move up and down the interstate system would be problematic and could run afoul of some things. But he certainly can. If that's something that he believes is in the best interest of the citizens of Texas, he can do that.
But, Mr. Jeff, all the constitutional lawyers on Facebook say he can't.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. Look, the great thing about lawyers is you can get 5 of them together and ask them a question, and probably all 5 of them will come up with a different answer.
Uh-huh.
Here's what I would tell you: even if he can't, okay, the question is, what do we win by forcing him not to? What they're basically asking for is to basically reduce, recreational travel to and from. I would hope that the state of Texas would use common sense in that people from Louisiana who work in Texas or people from Texas who work in Louisiana, that they would respect that and that basically, they would allow that to continue on. That's again, that's my opinion. I'm not sure it may be popular or not, but it'd be the same thing. Think about it. If you believe that there was an epidemic, it hadn't gotten to a pandemic yet of a much, of a deadly virus right across the border in Texas, people in Louisiana would be screaming for us to shut down the line between Texas and Louisiana. Again, I'm hoping that all of these things are measured approaches. I think it shows the concern and the danger that many people are in with this pandemic. And so, again, I'm one of those folks that just say, look, I think that those elected officials out there that are taking measured approaches, that we should do that.
But Florida has been blocking the interstates and blocking commerce and looking for people with Louisiana plates and New York and Connecticut plates. Did Florida take it too far and Texas maybe doing it right?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I always go to my wife for common sense. She seems to have a great degree of common sense, and she showed me the picture of the interstate system in Florida that was so clogged up, and she said, "Now look at that. You think they could at least have a special lane for the truck drivers?"
Yeah.
So again, and that's the things that we're trying to address. Look, when this thing in Texas first started, we called the AG's office. I know Ken Paxton real well. We talked about how problematic it could or couldn't been, how we're going to deal with business owners. I think they may have kind of fired before they aimed in the way that they did it. I think Florida's doing the same. I would hope that everyone learns their particular lessons from this, and that as they realize, hey, this is impeding commerce, they would make exceptions or find ways under which you could make commerce flow while, trying to restrict recreational travel.